Hello, my name is Eugene Addo. I was born in Ghana, that's where I'm from originally, but I emigrated to the United States under the green card lottery and became a naturalized US citizen in 2015. I do have some family in California, so that's what really drew me to start law school here. I am a rising 2L at the University of California, Davis School of Law, also known as King Hall. I'm just wrapping up my first year, which is exciting. Within the King Hall community, I am a member of two academic law journals, the UC Davis Business Law Journal and the UC Davis Journal of International Law and Policy. I'm also involved in some on-campus organizations, particularly the Black Law Students Association and the Native American Law Students Association. Prior to law school, I graduated from the George Washington University in DC with a bachelor's degree in political science and French. I also worked as a business immigration paralegal for almost 9 years. So I was working with corporate clients and individual clients. I also had the opportunity to serve on some pro bono projects related to like a small business clinic and sort of handling legal matters related to corporate registration, commercial liability, and insurance. And I think through both experiences within a firm and outside a firm, I saw a little bit of the conflict between businesses of all sizes. And I really wanted to help address this conflict and sort of be a mediator. And that's what led me to the field of antitrust and unfair competition law. I think what interests me about antitrust and competition, unfair competition law is that this area of law is really a unique area of law where you get to balance economic growth, innovation, and still promote fairness and inclusion. It's really about making sure that all businesses can compete on an equal footing and allowing small businesses to thrive alongside large companies, and also ensure that consumers, the everyday American consumers, are still protected. I also like the idea of working with clients across different sizes and across various industries. While I was working as an immigration paralegal prior to law school, I had the privilege of working with clients in industries such as manufacturing, aerospace, telecommunications, sports betting, medical industry, and more. And I think with antitrust and unfair competition law, you really get to know the needs of the client at a granular level, but you also get to know more about the industries beyond what you read in the newspaper and how it's really affecting everyday consumers. And so that's something I'm really passionate about addressing as well. In addition to that, I think antitrust attorneys really develop a good understanding of economics and how markets work. And attorneys have the capacity to become financially literate through their work. And I think having a good grasp of economics and the commercial market is a really invaluable skill, and it often requires some initiative to really develop the skill. These skills are not really taught in secondary education. You really have to seek them out on your own. But I think it's an important skill to have in terms of achieving economic prosperity, especially on an individual level. For someone like me, I didn't grow up in a household that was really exposed to financial terms, but I did understand its importance. And I think a field like antitrust and unfair competition law would help me to be able to advise clients who struggle with financial literacy, and then also advise others within my community as well, just to feel like I'm also giving back to my community. I think being able to teach others some of these skills will be helpful in terms of promoting greater economic prosperity and financial inclusion. In addition to that, I think with the advancement of AI and similar technological innovations, I think we are really on the verge of a new era of antitrust enforcement, and there's a lots of emerging issues and challenges to address. I think that AI and similar tools could change the ways in which antitrust and unfair competition laws are enforced, potentially with entities who are able to buy in and have the capital to invest in these programs versus entities who do not have the capital to invest. And I think companies can leverage AI tools for investment into markets targeting consumers, some of which may be generative, depending on how the program itself is run. And that could lead to advantages for some companies, disadvantages for others. And I think this could also affect how consumers are ultimately impacted in the long run. And since AI is constantly evolving, I think it'll be more difficult for courts and the legislature to catch up to it in time and provide adequate regulation that promotes fairness and inclusion. And so I think we might see more deference to the public, to companies that are in this in the market, and with attorneys who are able to collaborate with industry players to really drive this area of the law and to shape it in a way that is more equitable. What I'm hoping to gain from this fellowship primarily is building a legal network through engagement and just gaining mentorship. I think through this fellowship, I'll get the opportunity to meet so many practitioners who handle different aspects of antitrust and competition law and ask questions that will really help inform the different aspects of the law that are really exciting to me. And I also think that I also get to join this cohort of CLA fellows. I know that when I was applying for the position myself, I had the opportunity to meet with previous fellows, and their experience really helped inform my decision to join the program. And so I ultimately hope to be a resource for other applicants in the next cohort in the future. I'm also excited about the opportunity to help with the section's electronic publications. You know, as in my paralegal work, I had the opportunity to prepare non-immigrant petitions on behalf of clients and advocate on their behalf through my writing to help them secure immigration benefits. And I really enjoyed that kind of work. And so I know that the CLA antitrust and unfair competition section has a strong following for its various publications, including its treatise and e-briefs. And so I'm excited to really play a role in providing publications for a broader audience. I think being able to research and learn about antitrust and unfair competition law issues right alongside the public will be such a really rewarding experience and help foster a sense of community and build trust within the community as a whole that I think just really getting to work with various antitrust and unfair competition law practitioners from various industries and firms will be really helpful to me as well. Mentorship has played a great part in my professional journey. I'm the first person in my family to obtain a graduate or professional degree, and I didn't get to law school on my own. My journey to law school has been somewhat of a winding road. I certainly had an interest in the law, but I wasn't quite sure where to begin. But fortunately, as I worked in the business immigration field, I met many brilliant attorneys who were kind enough to share their journey as an attorney and the various ways in which they gave back to their communities through community speaking engagements and pro bono projects. And I was able to build a strong connection with some of these attorneys who were passionate about the work that they were doing and also have frank conversations about what the work of an attorney was really all about. And this really built a level of trust, and it really inspired me to discover and explore other things that I was passionate about. And so I think having someone that you can trust who understands your motivations for a career is really invaluable. Um, I just like to say mentorship in my professional career just really gave me a sense of direction in a legal world that's full of so many possibilities and intersectionalities, and I think some of which are still yet to come. So that being said, I am excited to have a mentor as part of the program, and I look forward to working with someone who can help me build connections and also navigate my career as I move forward. Working in a diverse and inclusive environment is important to me because it provides varied perspectives, it provides exposure to various communication styles, and also I think it also provides a sense of comfort that I think can make you a well-rounded professional. I think through my previous experiences where I did work in environments that were diverse and inclusive, particularly when working in a high-pressure environment, I felt a stronger sense of collegiality and teamwork that really allowed me to thrive and be the very best version of myself. I was able to challenge my own perceptions about the legal world, and also gain exposure um, with different perspectives. And this really helped me and the teams that I was working with to be able to develop creative solutions to novel challenges. And I also think that having a diverse legal team allows the team to resonate more with clients from varied backgrounds and really foster trust and understanding. I think the world is a very diverse place, and so the legal community that seeks to advocate on behalf of others that are outside of it should really reflect that. Yes, fun fact. I love to travel. I've been to 22 countries across 5 continents. The only continents remaining are Antarctica and Australia. I've always had this sense of adventure from a very young age, and I've been inspired to learn what I can from other cultures and really connect with others on a personal level. I think travel is a truly immersive experience that can force you outside your comfort zone and be transformative in the sense that you not only get to get exposure to new perspectives, but you also learn to appreciate the little things in life, like family, love, friendship, and having access to basic resources, which all of which can help keep you grounded.